tonight, without Luka Doncic, without Derrick Lively, without Josh Green or Maxi Kleber, the Dallas Mavericks did what most people thought was the impossible as we defeat the Golden State Warriors 108-106, snapping their 6-game win streak, solidifying ourselves in that 5th seed as we separate ourselves from the Suns 6th seed even more in a game that you can only describe as, I don't know what was going on, as we had nobody. This was like a skeleton crew. I was talking to TGK before the game. I was like, hey, we may have to pull double shifts. Some of y'all may have to play 40 plus minutes, and some of them did. And we'll go into that in a little bit here, but man, what a performance. Our defense somehow held through for the majority of the game. The offense wasn't the best, but it was still there as PJ Washington was the equalizer. I was talking to some people just before this video, man. We may have to call this man not PJ Washington, but Denzel Washington, because he is the equalizer for this Dallas Mavericks team, and he was just phenomenal. And the way that Kyrie was just leading the team without Luka was amazing as well. We'll break the game down, talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and all that stuff in this video. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get into tonight's video, 61.1% of you guys watching are not subscribed. If you want to stay up to date with the giveaways, the post-game vids, the live streams, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing. But like I said in the intro, man, that game had me on edge. If you were in the live stream, you know my energy may not have been as animated and crazy as it is now because I was just locked in. I was watching this game because at any moment I thought that the Warriors would just run away from us. And, you know, before the game, I was already accepting defeat. I'm not going to lie. I did not think this would be a win. We just lost to them a few nights ago, and we had Luka, and we had Maxi. And we were out 4 of our key players, and we still got the dub. Kyrie was doing his thing. PJ Washington, who is just the man of the hour, the MVP of this game, was just playing amazing defense while also just hitting his shots. Very efficient game from PJ Washington. Daniel Gafford racked up about 15 boards, had a few blocks. He was great for us as well. Derrick Jones Jr. played phenomenal. Dante was a great facilitator. The guys were hitting on all cylinders, even knowing we didn't have a full roster. But let's go ahead and go into that box score for the Dallas Mavericks. Denzel Washington, the equalizer, dropped 32 points, had 2 blocks, 5 steals, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. And if we look over there, my man shot 5 of 8 from the 3-point line, 12 of 18 from the floor. Like I said, very efficient. He was amazing. He was a +8. Derrick Jones Jr. had 9 points, 3 blocks, 1 assist, and 3 rebounds. He was also 2 of 7 from 3. Daniel Gafford, the landlord, had 10 points, 3 blocks, 5 assists, and 15 rebounds, 4 of those being offensive rebounds. And Kyrie, the captain of this ship all night, had 26 points, 1 block, 2 steals, 7 assists, 8 rebounds, and shot 2 of 7 from 3. And Dante Exum, 11 points, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. Off the bench, it wasn't the most pretty 13 points, but Tim Hardaway Jr. had 13 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. He also... And just real quick, I just want to say this about Tim Hardaway Jr. I know watching him tonight, I was like biting my nails. I'm like, why, Tim? Get out the game. What are you doing? But there are some good things that Tim Hardaway did for us. Those extra passes, not taking every shot. Every time the ball comes to him, he doesn't take every shot. He found a few guys with some nice timely passes that were huge for us. So I just want to give Tim Hardaway Jr. his props for what he did right. But for what he did wrong, the man shot 4 of 13 from the floor, 1 of 7 from 3. But we'll live with the results because the dub came regardless. Dwight Powell gave you 8 good minutes, got 2 points from straight from the free throw line. AJ Lawson was in there for about 5 minutes, got 1 assist, and Jaden Hardy played 14 minutes, had 5 points, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. The Dallas Mavericks, we had, like I said, a skeleton crew. We're down 4 of our main guys. AJ Lawson saw minutes. Dwight Powell continued to see minutes. Jaden Hardy played more than 10 minutes. We were trying to get our main guys as much rest as possible. I'll throw the box score back up. Look at those minutes. PJ played 40 minutes. Derrick Jones Jr. played 36 minutes. Daniel Gafford played 31. Kyrie 42. Dante Exum 33. And Tim Hardaway played 30 minutes off the bench. And honestly, y'all need to get ready to get used to those minutes because those are playoff minutes. Maybe not to those specific players, but prepare to see maybe 7, possibly 8 players all play about 25 plus minutes come playoff time. So I guess you could say this was a pretty good test for us for the playoffs, and the guys delivered. I can't say enough just how amazing PJ Washington was from start to finish. He started the game with three 3 nice threes in the first quarter. He was hot, and he stayed hot, and it was great. Kyrie Irving, again, a masterclass performance from Kyrie. Him and Dante, as our 2 main ball handlers, were just passing the rock, getting guys open, and it was beautiful. But let's see how our defense really looked as we look at the Golden State Warriors box score. What was that? Draymond Green had 6 points, 1 block, 2 steals, and 3 assists with 7 rebounds. And Jackson, he had 8 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 8 rebounds. Steph Curry, 28 points, but 1 steal, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. Klay Thompson with 16 points, 3 steals, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. And Moses Moody with 9 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Kayvon Looney off the bench with 2 points, 7 rebounds. Chris Paul with 9 points, 1 block, 4 steals, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. Gary Payton II with 14 points, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds. And Podziemski off the bench with 14 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Podziemski played very well. He was a -1, but I feel like just from the eye test, he played very well against us. But man, we were good from start to finish. It was rocky, I'm not going to lie. In the first quarter, we were down by 1, but we were hot to start. And it surprised me. I think it surprised a lot of people. Without Luka, you're kind of worried. But when you're down Luka and Derrick Lively and Josh Green and Maxi Kleber, you're like, how can you beat the Golden State Warriors that you just lost to, right? But it didn't matter because the Dallas Mavericks had one thing on their minds: blood. And they got it back in blood. So that's the only thing that really matters, because this team was just firing on all cylinders. The defense was holding together. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't pretty, but the defense was holding it together while the offense continued to just trudge along and do everything that was needed to get this dub. But like I said, man, PJ Washington, the man of the hour, hitting some nice free throws to end the game, getting a nice layup at the last few seconds of the game to get us ahead by 2 was just amazing. Let's just throw it up. PJ Washington notched a new Mavericks high with 32 points alongside 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals, and 2 blocks. Over his last 3 games, Washington Jr. has averaged 23.7 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals while shooting 50% from deep. I know it wasn't pretty when we first got him, and his defense was definitely the focal point and just the gem of PJ Washington. But his offense is there now, and he's been showing this isn't just some fluke. Over the last few games, he has been improving game after game. That he could be a third option for us, and it'll be crucial. It'll be huge for us come playoff time that PJ Washington can deliver for us on the offensive end, because we already know his defense is there. I don't think his defense will fall off at all, but as long as his offense is there to help out Kyrie and help out Luka, man, this is going to be one tough team to beat. And the most important thing that we need to see is consistency. And from PJ, we're seeing it. From Dante, he's still up and down. As far as Tim goes, man, who knows where Tim Hardaway Jr. really is right now. But he does the little things. I will give Tim Hardaway credit. He's been playing very much within himself, still taking a lot of shots, still missing a lot of shots, but those extra passes is still helping us win games. And I got to give props where props is due. Shout out to Jason Kidd. Because I was kind of worried that without your best players, as a coach, how do you deliver a win? How do you manage this team when you don't have Luka Doncic, when you don't have Derrick Lively, Maxey, and Josh Green? But he did it. And obviously, the lineups look kind of funky and weird, but he made it work. And obviously, shout out to the guys on the court for making it all happen. But Jason Kidd does deserve a lot of credit, because I know a lot of people did not think that he could get this done. I myself included. I thought it would look a lot worse than this. And shame on me and shame on anyone else that agreed with my sentiments, because they proved us wrong. And again, just shout out to Jason Kidd, just showing us that with a skeleton crew, you can still make it happen. And you love to see it. And just, I don't know what else more to say. The team looked great. The defense was phenomenal. We still got out-rebounded only by two or three rebounds, but we still won. We had way more assists than the Warriors, which was great because the ball movement was different. And before the game started, in the live stream, I even said, without Luka Doncic, with Kyrie Irving manning this offense, you're going to see a completely different offense now that Kyrie's in charge. Because not to say Luka's a ball hog, but the offense does flow through Luka, and Luka is the brunt of the offense, right? But when you take that away, who steps up? Next man up mentality, and PJ delivered. But before I get ahead of myself, let's get into the segments. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And tonight, the goods, I'm giving it to the whole team from top to bottom. Shout out to Nico Harrison for getting us Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington. Shout out to Mark Cuban for signing the checks. Shout out to Jason Kidd for being a great coach tonight and not selling it. Shout out to PJ Washington for having an excellent performance. A high-scoring night, great defense, and just efficiency overall. Shout out to Kyrie for being that superstar caliber player and leading this team. And the bad, I gotta give it to the refs yet again. I feel like they're always going to get the bad. Because if we look at the free throw disparity, down the stretch, we were getting some calls. We were 16 of 21, and the Golden State Warriors were 12 of 18. That's a bad example. But if you're watching the game, a lot of just weird calls weren't going our way. Guys were getting knocked down, but the whistle wasn't going our way. It wasn't until down the stretch where we were actually able to get to the line. We were able to seal this game and just ice it out and just walk away with a dub. But the refs are still just crazy. Even though we did go to the line more than the Warriors. But it wasn't that way the entire game. Trust me. And the ugly got to go to the Warriors. You're up against the Dallas Mavericks. And yeah, they didn't have Andrew Wiggins, who did torch us last game. And I get that. But we don't have Luka Doncic. We don't have Derrick Lively. We don't have Maxey or Josh Green, and you couldn't get it done. Still, a 2-point game is still close. It was close the entire game, and we never really let them catch up to us. It was a tie game for the most part, but we ran away with it, 1 by 2. But man, the ugly, I'm giving it to the Golden State Warriors, man. The skeleton crew, Mavericks, we put it on you. We walked away with a dub. 1 down, 5 to go. If we go 3-2, we finish the season with at least 50 wins, and I'd love to see it. I'd love to see a little bit more. I'd love to see about 52 wins. Maybe we can do it. Who knows? But we'll be back here on Sunday for the matchup against the Houston Rockets at 2 p.m. Make sure you subscribe so you're up to date with everything that we're doing, so you can join our live stream and watch the Mavericks get another dub. Hopefully we got Luka on Sunday. Even without Luka, I'm confident we can beat the Houston Rockets. They really haven't been playing that well anyway. But thanks for making this far to the video. Make sure you check out our Discord and Twitter. Links are in the description below. We are doing another free jersey giveaway, so consider becoming a channel member to enter into the giveaway. And we'll be doing a drawing sometime in June, first week of June. But until next time, y'all take care. Peace.